Okay, hey everyone. Today we're going to take a look at this How Magicians Think deck by Joshua J. and Vanishing Ink. This deck was a special companion to Josh's book, How Magicians Think and Why Magic Matters. So the deck was available when you pre-ordered the book from Vanishing Ink. I'm not sure if the deck is or ever will be available on its own, or if there are any left available, but that is how I got it, by pre-ordering the book and got the deck alongside. So you have Joshua J here on the front of the deck with How Magicians Think in foil, as well as his name. It's a really nice matte paper tuck. It looks kind of like craft paper, but this is ink on paper. You can tell by the core here that this was just a white matte paper. It says Workman and Vanishing Ink. Workman Publishing is the publisher who released the book. This is a United States Playing Card Company deck. And let's take a look inside. We have this sort of almost Da Vinci-esque like diagram line work with the brain here, obviously tying into the whole theme of How Magicians Think. And inside we have a question mark printed pattern. So really nice tuck with some subtle foil. I like the matte finish, the inside printing. Pretty nice. And then we'll take a look here at the backs. Obviously this is sort of a blueprint design with that same brain layout diagram look. I've only taken a brief look at these. As best as I can tell at first glance, these are not marked, so this is a standard deck as far as I can tell. This is a modern cut. This is not traditionally cut, so it's going to have a preference to shuffle from backs to faces or face up. You get a little joker here, or two jokers. So not a character joker or anything, and the index is kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever seen another deck use a pair of J's in each index corner, so kind of cool. And then on each face, hopefully it can come through, my lighting might be a little too bright here, we have this grid pattern. There we go, now you can see it a little better. This blueprint grid pattern, like you know, if you were to use graph paper, that's the word I'm looking for. You have this graph paper look on all the cards and these little kind of diagrams. So we'll just do a quick deal through, and they do kind of some fun, funny, unique things on some of the cards. So with the 3 of hearts here, it was like they said, oh, what if we try drawing the pips on the other corner? And no, scratch that idea, scribble it out. Here it says brighter red, so we have the 1 pip in that darker red. They said, nope, scrap that idea, we'll go with a brighter red. Moving on through, and so then on the jack, we have kind of this nice outlined look, so rather than the filled pips or the filled elements of the outfit, we have just sort of an outlined diagram kind of vibe. Okay. The same on the king. We got a little 2 of diamonds stabbed onto the King of Spades sword here, so you could use that for a magic trick for a reveal. But otherwise a very similar kind of style to the other courts so far. And so then instead of black suits for the spades and clubs, we have the blue, which is a very deep blue, so still playable. You know, obviously it's still very easy to distinguish the black suits from the red suits. And so sticking with that graph paper line drawing sketched sort of thing. This one's funny, there's a note here that says wrong pip. Obviously you wouldn't want a club pip on your 3 of spades. Here's our ace of spades. So you will notice that this is an unusual order for the cards. Normally a USPC deck would have the ace of spades on the face of the pack, and then going through. I don't think that I rearranged the order of the deck. Sometimes I will get a deck and kind of look through it and shuffle it up a little and then rearrange it back into new deck order before I do a video, but I don't believe I did that with this deck. And so the Ace of Spades is relatively plain. It's still obviously very much in keeping with the style of everything else, and just says, "How Magicians Think, Joshua J." And then we're into the diamonds. One more diamond. That is obviously not a mistake that anyone would have actually made. And then the outlined diagram style on all of the remaining courts as well. Alignment. Someone put that pip in there crooked. Who would do such a thing? Bigger. So this is maybe, I'm sure you can tell on video. So it says bigger. That little club pip up at the top is a little bit smaller than the one at the bottom or on the other cards, just by a small amount. The Ace of Clubs. And then for the two bonus cards, rather than gaffs, we have these two quote cards. I'll let you pause and read those if you so choose. Okay. And so that is the deck. Like I said, it is a USPC feel. It feels very much like a classic stock to me. This is not a thin crushed deck. It's pretty soft though. But I still would say classic stock. Definitely not the B thicker premium stock. But you know, it's going to be that magic finish that all custom division decks use. So it's going to fan and shuffle and all that good stuff the way you would expect from a US playing card deck. So pretty nice, you know, standard enough to be playable, but customized enough to be interesting. So nothing that's going to prevent you from playing a game with it. And so yeah, kind of a nice little deck, How Magicians Think. And so there you have it. That is the deck. And we'll see you in the next one.